Hi everyone, Pastor Sam here. This is a follow-up to last week's thought I shared with you about seeing God in creation and everything. Sometimes people ask me what I would do if I weren't a pastor. And I've thought about that a lot, and it changes with seasons actually. But one of the things I've been thinking more recently, based on some of our traveling we were able to do and visiting different places, was I thought I'd love to be a park ranger, actually. The thought of knowing a place really, really well, knowing it in and out in different seasons and in autumn and in winter and spring and summer, and knowing all the best places to go and the animals and the plants, and the thought of knowing something really well like that and then helping other people experience it and see the things you love about it is really appealing to me. And I think in many ways that's one of the reasons I love studying the Bible. I really love studying the Bible and getting deep down into it and understanding what it means in different seasons of our life and applying it in different seasons and times in our life. And one of the things that's really fascinating is I was listening to a podcast about the national parks, and there's a park ranger from White Sands in New Mexico, not far from us actually, in Tucson. And he was saying one of the things he loves about where he works is, depending on the season and how the sands shift around, that the landscape can be different and he can be see new and different things every day. And I thought that was really fascinating as it relates to our study of the Bible. How often do we sometimes think maybe it's something, a site we've seen, a place we visited, we go one time, we take a picture and we think, okay, I've done it, I've been there. And how often do we do the same thing with the Bible? We read one book, we apply one thing, we read one, study on something, and we think, okay, I've done it, check. But like many of these places we visit, if we visit maybe the Grand Canyon or we visit Yosemite or whatever, we go in the summertime or the springtime. Imagine how different it looks in the winter. Imagine how different it looks after a river floods and changes the geography of a valley. In the same way, Scripture doesn't change, of course, but we see and hear and learn different things in different times of our lives. And I think that could be really powerful. And so friends, my encouragement to us today is that we wouldn't be closed-minded or afraid of learning new things from Scripture. In the same way nature and God constantly reveals himself to us through his creation, as I've talked about before, I think Scripture does the same thing. And so the thought of being a park ranger really appeals to me. Learning a place in all seasons and learning and growing and just learning new things every single day and sharing that with people. And my hope and prayer for us in the Scripture is the same, that we would learn and grow in different seasons and different times in our lives, and then share those things with people, that they would know the great things we have found, that we wouldn't be afraid of it, that we wouldn't think that just because we learned it 10, 20, 30 years ago, we haven't learned, but we would always be willing to go back and look and see new things. And so I hope you do that. I hope you do that with nature. Maybe it's not the national or state parks. Maybe it's a walk near your house. I don't know. But I hope you do that with God's creation. But I especially hope you do it with Scripture. And so that's my encouragement for us today, and hope and pray that that's yours too, and we'll see you soon.